What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Bell Outright Occult Gaming. And today we are continuing our journey into Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition. And right now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what equipment I have currently. And you can see my level. I'm currently level 6 with a health of 720 max. Wrath power is 551. And strength is 17 with what I currently have equipped. Defense 123, arcane 35, resistance 10. And my primary damage from scythe is 47 and my secondary weapon is 77. So if you ever have any questions on your overall damage with your secondary weapon, you know, your large weapon versus your small weapon, you can actually check the character stats to see how much damage in total that you're doing. So this will let you know in total basically what you're doing. And this is a pretty good shot here of the Drench Fort. I like this shot, so I might get a screenshot of one of these shots here. But you guys are in for a treat, especially those of you who prefer laid back episodes. The Drench Fort has a very ambient, atmospheric, calming song throughout it, thanks to Jesper Kyd. And basically this one's mostly a lot of exploration, and it's just a very calming soundtrack too. So you guys play these in the background while you're doing something else. This is like a very good episode to maybe go back to and repeat. Or you could just download the soundtrack and listen to the Drench Fort song. There's plenty of secrets to get here. As you saw earlier, we were able to pick up a mystic stone. There are a couple mystic stones here, so keep a lookout for those. Here I'm just testing out the Dark Avenger and some more of the combat options. And for those of you wondering why I haven't healed my health yet, I actually don't know either. So I'm doing post commentary. I don't know why. I'm chancing the fact that really just 2 hits could take me out there. Maybe just 1. Don't know why I'm being stingy with the heals right now. But a cool thing about this game is that you don't need a Horde Seeker in order for them to show you where the treasure coffers are. Treasure coffins, treasure caskets, whatever they call them in these games. Yeah, stuff like what you'll find in this level is mainly why Darksiders II rolled so well. It's just, you know, you can really kind of live in the world. And just, you know, play it and be relaxed. So you can really take some sneaky damage if you aren't paying attention. I actually nearly died there. I actually don't think I've talked about any of the Reaper attacks. I did buy them a couple episodes ago from the trainer. Maybe might even bought a few last episode. And the Reaper attacks are delay attacks, pretty much. Oh, here's kind of a boss fight right here. Now this guy actually looks like a boss we faced in the very last Darksiders. The crystalline spider. But this one's made out of nature, like trees and rocks. So this was no big deal this time around. It's actually a smaller version of a boss we'll face later in this playthrough. I believe it's the same episode, as a matter of fact. You got the execution there, which is pretty cool. Now the Reaper attacks, which you saw me do earlier, they're part of combos you can do in this game. They are sort of a delay attack at the end of combos. So I believe one of them is, and there you'll find the Journeyman's Helm, one of the lost Journeyman's treasures. The warrior's helmet was forged by the Black Hammer eons ago and given to his brother Thane as a special gift. And the Black Hammer is actually Ulthane. So Ulthane and Thane are related. They're brothers. And apparently this item was in the possession of Karn. So it was given to Karn, I suppose, by Thane. Maybe Thane trained him. But one of the Reaper attacks is like attack, pause, then attack with the scythe. You have several pause attacks with the scythe. Typically the pause attacks will end in a Reaper strike, which you saw when the Death's Grim Reaper form comes out and cleaves an enemy. Here we've leveled up our possessed weapon. Typically I like to add new effects to it because the new effects are stronger than just powering up an existing effect. So I think it's always better to go with the new effect. Unless the old effect, you know, is drastically improved. And we can take this back to Karn and get our reward for it. Which is really just experience points, which is what we want, especially early on. The higher level you get, the better your gear is going to be, stronger it's going to be. In terms of level. execution attacks. You see from those I get a pretty nice amount of health back. From I believe I have a talisman equipped that gives me health on execute. And that's one of the things you can synergize, is you can have a scythe that gives you extra execution chance, and you can maybe have a talisman that gives you, you know, benefits for executions, things like that. You can make several builds to really suit your playstyle, which is something this game inherited from the first game. But the first game did it in a more simplified, streamlined fashion. Which honestly, I think I prefer the streamlined approach. Like maybe a mix between the two would be like ideal for these types of games. Like you have tons of options like you have in this game when it comes to, and here they give you the wall running tutorial, which is a bit late from my experience. But I like the amount of options you get in this game for making builds, but they could maybe have dedicated weapons instead of random weapons. So they can have dedicated weapons like the first one and place them in different areas as rewards for exploration and things like that, and challenges. Which this game kind of does with its unique weapons. I guess this game does do that, now that I think about it. Only thing is, the unique weapons are also level based. So if you get them late, they're pretty much useless. Even though their effects, you can still use some of them due to their effects just being that good. Like one kind of, like, if I remember correctly, one gives you HP back for hitting enemies, and it's like a sizable amount of HP. So that one stays good. And one gives you like extra execution chance, so that one stays good. But overall, they just, you know, they get too weak, so you can't use them. So if they had some type of system in here to make those types of weapons remain relevant to your level, that would have made this system like out and out better than the first one, I think. As it stands, I hold them to be about equal, because the first one just knows what it's doing, knows what it wants players to do, and this one just, you know, it leaves it up to the player to decide what they want to do, which the first one does too. But this one, you know, with its RNG system, you know, it can rely on players' luck and also willingness to grind for new weapons, which if you take that out, I think it, you know, it does improve the design in my opinion. Because this is a sort of game that doesn't necessarily need grinding. Here I'm testing out whether the bomb can be rolled while we're moving this thing. it cannot, due to some control wonkiness. But what we can do is we can stick the bomb to the wall. And because the bomb is inert, we can pick it up later. Luckily, I was able to actually jump up here and pick this up. But you should probably just throw it lower. That's a pretty damn smart puzzle. These games and their physics puzzles were quite a blast. And it just for this episode, it adds to laid back atmosphere. Because when you're laying back, you're relaxing. You don't want to be completely catatonic. So you'll having some nice brain juices, nice therapy. Yeah, if you're not careful, these stingers can really tear you up. It really doesn't pay to ignore them like I'm doing. But I'm just really just trying to resolve the situation as quick as possible. But it took me a bit too long to actually kill the nest. Which I wonder if that enemy was actually inspired by the Mo nest from Phantasy Star Online. Now that I think about it, when I was playing the game, I was actually wondering what enemy inspired that because it felt very familiar to me. But the Mo nest actually just came to mind. I guess what I'm doing here is trying to rely on the execution to give me HP back, but they don't proc as often as I need them to. And because we broke up the corruption from down below, we didn't need the bomb up here to do it. In case you guys are wondering that. This is a beautiful area, but don't let the beauty distract you from this here little secret. And none of this stuff is mandatory. None of this stuff adds to I don't believe there's an achievement for collecting all the treasure chests in the game. There might be one for collecting a certain number of them, but there isn't an achievement specifically for collecting all the treasure chests in this dungeon here. So if you just want to run through the dungeon just doing your objectives, I think that's just fine. I don't think you'll be punished for doing that. There are some boatman's coins and some sound bites you'll want to look out for. Some mystic stone bites or bits, whatever they call them. But it's not like the old games where you can miss. Oh man, that's cool. And that adds a new area that we can explore.
Das? What do you see?
And I believe in the original game, dust was actually green. Like his aura was green instead of purple. I don't know why they changed it. Unless I'm misremembering it. There's no real reason to come here yet. We'll want to wait until we raise the water level even more. I'm just looking around. I like how casually the horsemen open doors. Like Warrior kicks a man to death, just uses his Reaper form. His stand. Forget how Fury does it. I don't know if I ever opened a door in Darksiders 3. I've like blown things apart to get in various entryways. I don't remember her specifically opening a door. So it's random now that I think about that. I don't think she has a door opening animation. There are no doors. All the horsemen have this little spinny underwater move. I was so glad to see it back in Darksiders 3. It's one of those nostalgic things that make the game even better if you're a fan of the series. And there's another boatman's coin. Or I think that's the first one we got here. Or maybe the second. My memory's terrible. Okay, now there is another treasure chest you can get here. You'll have to go this way though to get it. And this way leads to the way forward. But you'll want to go the other way to get the treasure chest. And this is actually tricky, this jump. Like it plays with your depth perception. And also the controls are a little bit weird in that part. And this part in general, like I was kind of struggling with the controls a little bit. Right. I don't believe you have to actually jump all the way down to get back up, but that's the way I did it. Alright, and deeper into the Drenched Fort we go. This is going to lead to a fight. And here I decided to actually pop a potion because big fight and I nearly did. So I'm saying if switching back to the big weapon and I got something even better, because I like the way the bigger weapons feel in this game. And I was noticing that my scythes were pretty weak in terms of attack power, so I started to upgrade it a bit more. Get some more damage going on it. here, I took the HP. Cause why not? And the health upgrade on weapons and equipment just equips to more overall HP. So there, when I added 77 health to the possessed sights, it added 77 more to my total HP. Yeah, I gotta say, Deathinitive isn't too crazy difficult now. Because I did beat this game on Apocalyptic before, on the 360 version. But Deathinitive, it does take a little bit longer to kill enemies. But overall, it hasn't really affected me too much in terms of my progress. Now, where this will really come into play at is during the Crucible. Crucible's really gonna test me when I get to that, because those rounds are no joke. And I really have to spec out. I really have to get a good build in that. Fairly decent dodge after dodging like crap. Very cool. They were merciful and they gifted me a potion, which I really needed at this point. So overall, I guess it's a good thing that I was being so stingy with those potions. Because I only got 2 here, even though I've been holding back this entire time. I'm taking a ton of damage. Most of it's been from the smaller enemies, surprisingly. I'm just taking a look at the chamber, seeing what it's about, and also enjoying the view of the particular area. Looking at the maker architecture too, very interesting. That over there looks totally like a Tony Hawk-esque half pipe. A game I'm also very familiar with, at least the first 4 games. Yeah, these possessed sides are very weak at the moment. And we're gonna use it. Get our HP back. We got our skeleton key. And here you won't have to worry about it. I'm just looking around. I actually forgot that we need to raise the water in here, so I was just looking around for ways up, but the way up is with the water, so we'll have to raise the water level. I think you can finagle your way over there though if you use a wall run, which is what I did here. Got a Book of the Dead page, which would be our 4th one. But you can easily wait because you'll be back later anyway when the water rises. You can get that, and you can get everything that's in this room over here as well, including that boatman's coin up there. And for now, let us enjoy the basic stylings of death right now, because later on we get very gaudy with tons of draping straps and spikes and things of that nature. But I prefer when the character keeps it simple. I actually wish the game gave you the option to use a default character model whenever you get new equipment. It's one of the things I didn't like too much about the game is some of the better equipment tends to be very decorative. And I just think it makes death look kind of silly. Like whenever you start putting horns and spikes on it, it starts looking really goofy. Of course, I try to bypass the enemies and look for the nest, but for this area there wasn't one. All right, and here we got another puzzle room. And several treasures in this room as well. And this was another fun little puzzle room. Of course, very relaxing like the last one. You can't be anything other than relaxed with this music playing. Even when you're fighting, you're more thinking more clearly during the fight. We got another pair of scythes. We'll check those out, and those are gonna be kind of stronger than the ones we got. That shock axe is very good. So we're gonna be relying on that shock axe for a while. We can sacrifice these scythes because they're nothing special. Get our possessed weapon level up, and we got 2 more levels to get on that. So because I'm already using the possessed double scythes, I'm actually feeding a ton of stuff to these already. Mentally, I'm not seeing a good reason to use the possessed arm blades, because it's gonna take just as many resources to level that one up too, and because it's just as low level, it's really not worth it in this case. So you have to keep that in mind when you have 2 possessed weapons. You gotta think, if they're the same level, is it worth it increasing both of them? Sometime it will be. Sometime you have one, you have enough resources to where you can sacrifice a ton of stuff to it and make 2 really good weapons. But other times you won't have too many resources. You would just have to really think about it. Think about what's worth it. So ideally, I'd be able to pick up another possessed weapon that's my current level, so it starts off with a higher base strength. Because honestly, the 2 weapons I have are already pretty weak. And another thing to keep in mind, if you have a possessed weapon that's already pretty weak, you can also use it as a kind of a support weapon. Now you can easily craft a side weapon, a possessed weapon that's that gives you a certain utility, such as Reaper Chance. You can do one that gives you HP back, Wrath back, things like that. So don't always count possessed weapons. Don't always count out possessed weapons. Even if they're low level, because you can use them in all types of ways. You can even create a possessed weapon that just boosts your arcane level, and that'll make all your wrath attacks even stronger. So the exhume skill I use that summons the skeletons, if I had more arcane, that attack would actually be stronger. You can create one that increases the amount of wrath that you have. You can create one that increases your total HP. You can do so much. Just gotta be creative, really. And here I'm trying to play a little bit more carefully than I was earlier. But the thing is, that thing will spit out stingers for a long time. I think it eventually does get to a point where it stops. But you'll be fighting these things for a very long time. So I decided to just use my Reaper form and take it out. Otherwise, I felt like I'd lose too much HP. Okay, we're at the point where we can drain this other side, which will reveal more paths to us down below. Now we gotta do one more thing. Gotta blow up this corruption. Which is convenient this time because the bomb is attached to it. So, there we go. And it's interesting that the foliage around it just starts growing like automatically, so it must be it must have some tie to magic. Must be like maybe the shaman did something to infuse it with magic, or maybe it's just this realm might have a certain sort of vegetation that revives really quickly like that. And there are invisible walls, unfortunately, so you can't do as much cool stuff as you want to do. But it's all good. This is actually taking us to the area we want to be anyway. So we can just follow the path down. And see, this is the area with the that Book of the Dead page over there. And this is the area we were looking at earlier. You know, I wonder what would happen if you didn't get the chest earlier that's underwater. I wonder if you could get that now that the water is submerged it. Alright, we got the Bowman's coin that takes our total up to 17. And And I rarely use these, so you'll probably see me accumulate quite a bit. Alright, so now we've completely unleashed the water. And now that'll raise the water that's in the very first room. In the very first chamber, we'll find that water level is risen. And that's where we need to go is, which way? That's gonna be this, not this direction. It's gonna be across. And there's nothing of real significance in this thing here. They probably should have put a secret over here, like maybe another boatman's coin. Yeah, in the game sometimes it gets wonky and doesn't let you climb up areas. So the area you want to go is here, but I don't think I end up going here yet. Nope, I didn't figure it out for some reason that I need to go in there. And I'm probably just going out here to talk to Karen to give him the armor of, well, his armor now, but the armor that was crafted by Ulthane that was gifted to Thane, that apparently Thane gave to Karn. But Karn is nowhere out here. And I think I realized this. Yep. Oh, and there's a mystic stone bite. So I don't know why I'm headed back this direction, but it's a good thing I did because we were able to see that mystic stone bite there. Oh, you know what? I know I'm headed back. I thought I was done with the place. That's the thing. I thought I was done with the place because I restored the water. And I didn't take into account that they showed me the door that we were supposed to go. So somehow I missed that. But yeah, there's much more to do inside of the Drenched Fort. there's one more big area. Yeah, while I was playing, I didn't really notice how much damage these stingers were doing to me. But now while I'm watching it, I can actually see the difference in difficulty presented by definitive mode. And the enemies are a lot spongier, so I can definitely see it now while I'm watching the game. But when you're playing it, you don't really feel the difference, because it feels just like apocalyptic. So I think they might have done like maybe like a 20% adjustment to the enemies, how much damage they can take and how much damage they can give. But other than that, it feels very, very much the same. Alright, and I see a boatman's coin in the distance. We're gonna go get that. Somehow I missed it when I first came here. Easy to miss, it looks like. In the forward overworld is very relaxing too. Like the overworld thing. Ah man, I love this game. I might do like an annual playthrough of this game. There's our board card.
I found your armor.
Stone be praised! It brings back memories to see it again.
And Karn, he calls himself a pup, or at least everybody else calls him a pup, implying that he's very young. But he's only very young comparatively to them. A lot of them have been around for, Adar, as we know, has been around for, millennia, I believe. Like several millennia. And Karn himself has been around for at least, I wouldn't even say at least, I would say he's been around for longer than 500 years. So he is ancient too. But comparatively, he's like a mischievous teenager compared to the rest of them. Alright, we got enough to buy a few more moves from Thane. Or maybe just one, depending on what we buy. we're focusing on the scythe strikes. We'll get at some utility moves too. Here I'm just going to see if there's any more stone bites in the first area. Anything that we weren't able to pick up before. It doesn't look like it. Which is a good thing, really. You can't just use fast travel to get back where you're trying to get to. Even if it's only a few steps away. Probably would have been better off just walking back, honestly, from the load times. It's about the same. So I did save myself some finger cramps. Potential finger cramps. And here I'm guessing we're gonna sell some stuff to her.
Something. There are new talismans for
Maybe
you
I was trying to see
browse.
if she had some story stuff. But we didn't really finish her quest, so
Horseman. Good
we
luck.
still gotta get the forget the last item, but we gotta get it from the Sentinel. Sentinel construct. Craven Stone. We gotta get some Craven Stone. Or Carving Stone. I might have messed that up.
I have lived 1,000 lifetimes, but I don't have the answers.
1,000 lifetimes. Now is that 1,000 maker lifetimes? Most likely. And I'm not sure when that's gonna be able to be used. Cause I think it was like originally you could use it right away.
Didn't expect you back so soon. Oh, Valis has been busy. There are new items.
Yeah, for the most part, I feel like you don't really need wrath potions that much. They come in handy like when you're very much so low, and you just want a quick use of your wrath abilities. But honestly, I feel like you just fire a couple shots of your pistol and you're good to go. So it looks like I figured out that I didn't complete the mission, so I'm gonna head back. It's a lot of treasure chests still on the map. And thankfully they show them all to you once you've done the exploration. Alright, I'm going back to the fort, or the fjord, to be more exact. And to the Drench Fort. I do appreciate you guys for being patient with this particular part of the playthrough. Alright, and it appears I still have no idea where the next area is. Bear with me for a little bit longer. I'm pretty sure at the time the gears were turning. Yeah, I had to go here one more time to figure things out a bit. And this area doesn't change even when the water rises. It's the exact same. I'm sure if this is gonna figure out where to go next. Alright, so what about it? It's every there. But oh yes. I'm just going to fast forward this part. Oh, it's actually a second. You guys know. Just to the door.
Go.
And dust does not help. Or okay, no, he is actually helping. He just took a roundabout route to get to where we're actually supposed to go. Alright, so we have made it, guys. This is actually where we gotta go. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the 20 minutes I spent exploring places we aren't supposed to go, so you guys can get directed to this door here. I don't believe there's anything to find under here, so you just want to proceed forward and into this particular door here. This here, of course, is going to be a boss fight, but because it took us so long to get here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. And with that, on the very next episode, we'll start off with a bang with the boss fight as we finish our exploration of the Drench Fort. Just want to thank you guys for watching this episode. Take care, enjoy your day. Till next time, guys. Peace.